welcome back. So in the last video, we have seen we are in the source directory and we copied to the destination directory. Okay, so now we will see in little different way the same thing. So we will be in the destination directory, but we will be copying from the source directory. The same thing will we'll experiment with the same three files and two directories terminology actually. Okay, so now I am in the test commands. Okay, so now I will create file 1, file 2, file 3. So maybe I will use the same thing and I will create like two directories. I say tmp1 and tmp2. Okay, so now I have with my setup. So I need to copy to the temp1. So what I did, I was there in the source destination source directory. I copied to the destination, but we will do in a little different way. I will be in the destination. Okay, so now I am in the temp1. I will copy from the source actually. How I will copy from the source? Okay, so the source with respect to the temp1 is one. It is in the parent directory. So where is that f1.txt? It is in the parent directory. So how you will know this from this parent directory? So you say dot dot actually. So it is now it will go to this test commands actually. So now I say f1.txt actually, and I want to store as f1. So if I want to store as, let us assume I want to store as f1.txt actually. So you can give f1.txt, not a problem. Or that way it will work actually. So now I have this, now it is copied actually. So let us remove this. Okay, now we will see in a little different way actually. Same thing, we are in the destination. Okay, but we are copying from the source actually. So now we will see whatever the cp, but I don't give the file name. I'll just give dot actually. Okay, so dot means I am copying that one into my current directory. So as we discussed, dot means current directory actually. So now if you see here, now we have this particular file actually. Okay, so if you don't want to change that one, just give dot. Means what? Dot is a current directory. So you are telling that whatever that file is there, copy to the current directory. That's what you are telling. Okay, so now I want to copy remaining files also. I'll just say dot dot f2.txt. This is the source we need to get actually. So with the current directory, if you see the source actually, so if you are let me open that. You are in the temp1 actually. So you want to copy the f1. Means what? This f1 is only visible from test commands actually. So dot dot you are telling. So if you are in this particular one, then you will be visible then you will be able to see this particular file. So that's what we are doing actually. Okay, so now what I will say, now I am copying two files. So where I need to copy, I'll copy here actually. Okay, like this. Now if you do mv, so you can also you are copying that one. If you want to rename a file actually, you can do with move actually. So if I say, now let us assume I will create one file f4 actually. Okay, so just our thing. So now I say ls with this file created, but I assume that I don't want to name this one as f4. I want to make it as a file4.txt actually. Okay, so like this you can do. So why we are giving extensions? Is it needed? Really the extension is not needed actually. So then why we are giving? So we are giving for our convenience, user convenience. Let us assume after some time, if you have so many files actually, and if you want to set certain files like no .txt will be there, .text will be there. So if you want to search all that particular files, if you don't have the proper extension, it will be very tough, it will be very difficult to search like that actually. So if you have the extension, it will be easy for you to test the files. Okay, so now we will see, we copied that these three files. We will see the next step actually. We'll see the, okay, now we have seen copied the files from the test commands. So let us see that one, moving these files from the temp1 to the temp2 actually. So let us remove file4.txt. This we have seen how we will rename. Okay, so okay, so okay, so now we are in this particular directory. So now we want to do that particular step. So moving the files to the temp2 directory actually. That step we want to do. Okay, so if you want to do this particular step actually, we should be in the destination directory actually. So we should be in the temp2. Okay, so let us move to that particular one. So I am pressing alt tab to go to the tabs. So I am in the temp1, so I should be in the temp2 actually. Okay, so now if you see this one, let me clear the screen and say pwd. Now I am in this particular file, so I need to move the previous file. Okay, so which are there in the temp1. Okay, so I'll say f1.text, okay, to current directory. Okay, so you can just say that dot. So if you don't give dot, if you want with some other name, so let us assume I want to move this file as file1.text. You can do like this actually. Okay, so now that file1 f1 will not be there, that is renamed to file1. So let us assume in the second step I want to move all the three files, but I don't want to change their names actually. Okay, so if it is one file, you can change the name actually. So if you have copying multiple files, you don't have any other way. You just give, you need to give only the dot actually. Once copied, then you can rename. Okay, so that renaming is only for one file actually. So now I say like this, then I have the remaining files actually. So if you want to rename, you can rename. So if you go to the previous directory, and same applies. So if you see here, like no, same. Okay, one thing we have did, we have not copied from temp1 actually. Okay, so we were like no, if you see in the temp1, still the temp1 files are there. So that is not the purpose actually. We need to copy from temp1. So we are copying from like no, test comments we have copied actually. So that is not the right thing. So we need to copy from temp1 actually. Okay, so let us remove all these files, then we will try. Okay, so because we are not supposed to copy from test comments, we have to copy from temp1. Okay, so let us do that one. So move. Okay, I'll just say dot dot. Okay, temp1. Okay, now I am in the temp1, and then whatever the f1.text. So let us rename this one as f file1.text actually. Okay, now if you see that one, now I need to copy remaining two things. So temp1 to f2.text, and this one temp1 f3.text actually. Okay, now current directory. Okay, so if you see this one, all files are copied. So let us go to the temp1 directory to check the files are there. So I need to say cd dot dot to temp1 actually. So this is like no, a relative path actually. Okay, so now if I say ls, I don't have any files actually. Now I want to go to the temp2 directory. Okay, so like no, you can say something like this /home Krishna, and then Linux samples, and then test commands, and then temp2. Okay, so then I say ls. Okay, like this also we can do. So whenever you are indicating a path from root directory, this is called the absolute path. And whenever you are indicating with the like no, the current directory, then that is a absolute path actually. So let us assume I am in the home directory. Okay, so if you want to go to your home directory, just simply say cd. Okay, so we will see multiple options also. As of now, just say cd default, no arguments, it will take you to the home directory. Now I want to check the file actually. So let us assume I want to check like no, Linux samples temp2. Okay, so f1.file1.text I want to check actually. Okay, so Linux samples, you have the test commands, and then temp2, and then file1. Okay, so let us assume you want to test this one. So check with this file actually. Okay, so you can do like this. Means what, you are mentioning from the current directory actually. So you are mentioning from the current directory. You can also say like this actually. You can say dot is current directory. In the current directory, I say forward slash. Both are same actually. So if you are not mentioning this one, it will take as a default dot only. Okay, so if you are giving dot dot, that is a parent. So this is these both are relative path actually. So now I want to say this with absolute path. So I need to say with slash, and then whatever Linux samples, test commands, temp2, and then file1. Okay, so this is nothing but a absolute path actually, and this is the relative path. So whenever needed, you can use either of that. Okay, so we have done with sample command application. Let us cross check with our slides whether we have missed anything. Okay, so this we have done. And the file naming rules, there is no length, and whatever, like you should not uh, have this character forward slash, but you can have the spaces and all. So if you want to create a character with space, so let us assume I am in home directory. Let us go to the Linux sample. Okay, so now let us assume I want to create a file like no my file. Okay, so if I say touch my file dot txt, then you can expect that two files are created actually. So my and file.txt, it is not one file actually. So if you want to create with space, you need to use the double quotes. Okay, so then it will create that particular file. Okay, so now if you see here, my file.txt is created. Okay, so you can see ls minus l, then you are clear on that actually. Okay, so touch is to create empty file or to change file access time. Okay, so now we'll see that one in the next things. Okay, so file names, anything, there is no obvious length, and you should not give forward slash character. You can have the white space, but if you are giving white space, you need to create with double quotes, which we will see details in the shell scripting. Okay, so now these are some certain examples on that we can give the dot and all. And whenever you give first dot, actually means a hidden file actually. Okay, so the directory operations we have seen mkdir, rmdir, cd, change directory, and we have seen touch, cp, and move. And then if these are like now creating file, we are creating empty file, but we are not have any contents actually. That we will see in the next like no unit, which we will see with vi. Gedit, simple, open a gedit and then type the file. So which we'll see in the next unit actually. Okay, not the next subsequent unit. So if you want to delete file, you can do the rm. Also you can do with unlink. Unlink we will see in the linking. While linking, we will see this unlink. And we have seen ls pwd and all that particular comments. Now we know that one, like make directory, you can give multiple directories and create that particular one. And this one never try to use unless you are familiar. So it will default, it will create, remove all the directories and everything is gone. You cannot back up actually. So this is kind of dangerous. So better not to use. Okay, so these are multiple options, ls minus l, long option, time, and size and all. So reverse the sort order. So as we see, we can like no. So let us assume I want a long listing. You can do like this. Then reverse this one. Say then the whichever the created file created first, you are getting the latest files first actually. So if you are reverse order, okay. So then I want size also. Okay, so you can give the sizes also. Since it is 0, it is giving like that. But I want in a human readable format. So you can give like this, h is human readable format. So 4 kilobytes for this directory. Okay, so this one, this also you can give like this actually. So instead of giving like this, you have given in one like no one hyphen multiple option. Okay, so if you give single option, you can give multiple things, you can club like that actually. So both are same, and there is nothing like no nothing order specific actually. You can give whatever that particular thing at any place. There is no proper order you need to follow. Okay, so that is the thing how you can club multiple options actually. And cd, we have seen like no cd, it will change to the directory. Okay, you can also give cd. Then we have seen cd linux samples and then just commands like that. Just cd, it will make to the default home directory, and cd hyphen gets back to previous current directory. So you are in some directory, you want to go back to the directory, then you can give cd hyphen, which we'll see in the next thing. Okay, pwd is present working directory. So we have seen the copy thing. So if you have source and target or destination, so if source and like if you have only two things, like no target can be a file or it can be a directory. If it is a file, only two arguments is expected. One is source file, one is target file. If the target file is available, it copies like no, or it duplicates actually. If it is not available, it copies. Okay, source file are like no copies or duplicates, or it will also overwrites actually. Okay, so source file to destination file actually. Okay, if target or last argument is directory, it will be like any number of arguments or sources are accepted. We have already seen that one. So if you are having the last argument is file and you are having more than 2 arguments, then that is error. So we have seen all this particular one. And if you want to copy with minus I interactive actually, okay, means you can explore this option actually. So I will like no tell you the minus I. Okay, so let us assume I have this. Let us assume I am copy f1 to f text f1. Okay, so without this one it will not ask me. If I say something interactive, uh, like no, what happened, so it will be whatever the like interactive, it has to ask actually. Okay, so 1 second. So it is only one file. Okay, so if you see this one, then it will tell you the do I need to overwrite actually. So you can say yes or you can say no. Okay, so whatever it is actually. So whenever you are using minus I, it will tell you that one, like no, it will ask you. Otherwise if I don't give that, simply blindly it will overwrites actually. Okay, so that's what this particular one. So you can use the interactive option, and you can take source directory, destination directory, and it will copy whole thing with minus R actually. Okay, R stands for recursive. Okay, so it will copy that. So same thing applies with move. Only copy is copies, move is copies or duplicates. Move will like no moves actually. So this, you don't have any file in the source directory anymore once you do the move. So other than that, everything is a same actually. Okay, now we have seen the relative path and absolute path. So relative path is current directory, it will be telling you, and the absolute path is the root directory actually. Okay, so that's what we are like no supposed to cover. I hope you enjoyed the video. Will see you in the next unit in the next video. So thank you for watching. Bye for now.